Hey guys, what's up? It's Kyle. Eating some caramel corn. Awesome. Anyway, what I wanted to make this video about was going down the list of the matches for TNA's Bound for Glory this Sunday, and I think it's in Philadelphia. But anyway, this is like normally when I do like videos or whatever of pay-per-views, I always do reviews of pay-per-views, but never really like a pre-show or a predictions video on pay-per-views. But looking at the card for TNA's Bound for Glory, I thought I'd give it a try. So what I'm going to do first, before I give my predictions of the matches in Bound for Glory, I'm going to go down the list, the matches that are announced for TNA's Bound for Glory this Sunday, and kind of give my opinions about this card, how it's set up, and the matches that they have, and what I think about it just based off being on paper. So matches that are announced for TNA's Bound for Glory would be AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels in an I Quit match. Mexican America versus Inc. for the Tag Team Championships. Austin Aries versus Brian Kendrick for the X Division Championship. Rob Van Dam versus Jerry Lynn in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Bully Ray versus Mr. Anderson in a street fight. Mickie James, a four-way between Mickie James, winner, Velvet Sky, and Madison Rayne for the Knockouts title. Bobby Roode versus Kurt Angle for the World Heavyweight Championship. And then Hulk Hogan versus Sting in a no disqualification match. And one match that has not been announced for Bound for Glory, but I think they might throw it in there, and that's Samoa Joe versus Crimson. And like I said, I'm not sure if that match. I think they might throw that match in Bound for Glory. Maybe this Thursday they might throw it in there, but that's not announced. So, like I said, before I give my thoughts on this card. Now, looking at it on paper, this is a pretty decent card, for it to be TNA's biggest pay-per-view of the year. This is a pretty decent card. Honestly, I've seen better cards on Bound for Glory pay-per-views rather than this one. But this one isn't a bad card at all. I think this is a decent card. But the two problems I have with some of the cards on this pay-per-view, is that, or matches on this card, is that majority of them are like no disqualification street fight type of matches. And I'll go down the list here and explain as to why. Okay, you have AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels in an I Quit match. Rob Van Dam versus Jerry Lynn in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Anderson and Bully Ray in a street fight match, and then you have Sting and Hogan in a no disqualification match. So, like, half the matches on your cards are like, on this Bound for Glory card, are like no disqualifications. Now, the Sting Hogan match, I understand why they made that a no DQ match, because let's be real, here people, Hulk Hogan, Hulkamania is pretty much crippled. It ain't what it used to be. He has one foot in the grave and the other on the banana peel. So I can understand why they threw in a gimmick match for the Hogan and Sting match, because, we don't want to see, 52-year-old and a 56-year-old man, 57-year-old man, have a freaking botch fest. That'd be terrible. So I understand why they threw a gimmick in there to hide the flaws that Hulk Hogan will have, if he was actually wrestling. So this match would be more of a, a street fight. So I get that, that's fine. But why have Anderson and Bully Ray in a street fight? Like, didn't they have a street fight at the last pay-per-view? Not No Surrender, but I think it was Hardcore Justice. Didn't they have a street fight there? And then RVD versus Jerry Lynn. Falls Count Anywhere. Like, really? And then AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels in an I Quit match. I wouldn't put that type of stipulation on these two. Like, why not just have it be just a good, wrestling match? Although Daniels has turned heel, and so, obviously he's going to use the weapons and stuff that match allows you to use. But, like, why? I don't get, like, why not have, I mean, like I said, with these two type of wrestlers, Styles and Daniels, why not have it be just a straight up first pin submission falls anywhere type of, kind of match? Like, why does it be an I quit match? I don't understand that. And yes, I know, false count anywhere, the way that works is, you can get pinned in or outside or anywhere to get the victor. The street fight is, you can fight anywhere outside the ring, but you can only get a pinfall inside the ring. And then the I quit match, you just beat the hell out of your opponent until they, say I quit. And then the Sting Hogan match is, it's no disqualification, so it's anything goes, but you can only get a victory by pinning or submitting your opponent inside the ring. So some of these matches, the matches here, they're kind of like, I don't know, they're kind of like the same to me. I mean, although there are different ways that these matches go about, and there are different ways of winning. Like one is, like I said, you get a pin, you win by winning by pinning your opponent anywhere, and the other one is you just beat the hell out of your opponent until they say I quit. But it's like these matches, like they're kind of different, but they're all really the same type of stipulations in a way. It's like the stipulations are different, but the matches themselves are like all the same, if that makes any sense. It's like these matches all have, I just had it on top of my head, just lost it. It's like all these matches are really the same, but they just have different names to try to make them seem like they're different and they're, far apart. When really they're not. All these matches not all these matches, but the four matches I just named, they really aren't that, there really isn't much of a difference between these matches. I mean, sure, like I said, just different stipulations. One's an I quit and the other you just pin your opponent anywhere you want. But they're all have the same stipulation as in terms of you can use weapons and there are no disqualifications in any of these matches. I don't know. That's one thing I don't like about this card is that majority of the matches on here, or half the matches on this card, are kind of the same gimmick, but they just have they're just named differently, but they're all really the same kind of type of match. So that's one problem I have with the Bound for Glory pay-per-view card. And also, like I said, my biggest, the biggest thing that makes me down on this pay-per-view is the Hogan versus Sting match. I don't want it to be, but more likely it's going to be the main event. Yeah. Boy, I tell you. I hope this match surprises me in a good way. I hope this Hogan and Sting match is, I hope it's decent. I'll just say that. Because I'm going into this match, like I said, the Hogan Sting thing, that it's a really good card. I mean, these matches that I've named, it's a good card. But that Hogan and Sting match, oh man, it just puts a bad taste in my mouth for the entire pay-per-view. And this is TNA's biggest pay-per-view of the year. This is their Super Bowl, and to have it headlined with, a 52-year-old and 56-year-old man who has had like 8 or 10 back surgeries within the past year. Ouch. Okay, so now on to my predictions in these matches. So I'm going to go start from down, bottom up. Like I said, the match isn't announced, but I think they'll throw it in there anyway. Samoa Joe versus Crimson. I just see Crimson getting this on Samoa Joe. Again, Crimson keeping his undefeated streak, and I don't see him losing at the biggest pay-per-view, at least not now anyway. So I see Crimson beating Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe had that tremendous victory over on Matt Morgan about a month ago that everyone's forgotten. So, but that victory over Matt Borne has kind of given him some steam going into this pay-per-view. I'm being sarcastic when I say that. But, yeah. God, I tell you, the sooner Joe comes close to his TNA contract expiring, which is around the corner, the better. AJ Styles versus Daniels in an I Quit match. I see AJ getting this over on Daniels. I think AJ's starting to get lost in the shuffle a little bit in TNA with this whole angle with Hogan and Sting and Kurt Angle and Eric Bischoff. He's kind of got lost in the shuffle a little bit, and I see AJ Styles getting the victory over Christopher Daniels. To prove that he's the better man, or whatever. Austin Aries versus Brian Kendrick for the X Division title. I see my boy here, Austin Aries, getting the victory. Brian Kendrick, good talent. But I just see Austin Aries still being pulled onto the X title for a while. Rob Van Dam versus Jerry Lynn, falls count anywhere. I can tell you this right now, straight up. Rob and Jerry Lynn, they're probably going to try to make this. They're probably going to try to make this the match, Hardcore Heaven, 1990. Was it 99? 1999 version 2.0. I can tell you that right now. They're going to try to relive that great match that they had at the ECW pay-per-view Hardcore Heaven. I think it was in 1999. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was 99, or was it 2000? I think it was 99. But I see, Rob Van Dam getting the victory over on Jerry Lynn. Jerry Lynn is, 49. He's getting up there now. So this will probably be like his good last run, a good last match. But in TNA, you never know. Because, how many times has Sting has pulled a Bret Favre on us now for, a year and a half? He's still there. Bully Ray versus Mr. Anderson in a street fight. I see Anderson winning this victory. I see Anderson getting this. Bully Ray, just, I don't know. I don't know what to say about Bully Ray. But I just see Mr. Anderson getting his victory over on Bully Ray, hopefully ending this feud. Mexican America versus Inc. for the tag team titles. I could really care less about this match. Now, who I would want to win would be Inc. Although I know that's not going to happen. I know Mexican America is going to win, but I want Inc. to win. Like I said, we don't care about this. Mexican America, I don't like Mexican America. To me, Mexican America are a failed attempt of making an LAX version 2.0. If that makes sense. I don't like Mexican America. They don't do anything for me. And nothing against Hernandez. I like Hernandez. Hernandez was great when he was in LAX with Homicide. But I think it's Anarchia. I don't know. Anarchia is kind of annoying to me. I don't know. He's a decent. I think he's a good wrestler. He's a decent talker. He's decent on the mic, but I don't know. He's just Anarchia is just kind of annoying to me. But yeah, like I said, I would want Inc. to win this, but I know it's not going to happen because they've been building Mexican America for months. So more likely, Mexican America are going to, keep the tag titles around their waist. Then you have the four-way between Mickie James, Winners, Velvet Sky, and Madison Rayne for the Knockouts title. Honestly, who I see getting this is Velvet Sky. Because lately, over the past, couple of months, Velvet Sky has been like the Kelly of TNA, where she's been the pretty face that's just been constantly beaten and, outbasked by, all the other knockouts. And the victories that she does get aren't necessarily like 1, 2, 3 clean victories, but they're most they're mostly like roll-ups and reversals and stuff. So I kind of see Velvet Sky getting the victory out of this and becoming a knockout champion for the first time. Because really, if you think about it, she's really the only underdog in this match. Because Mickie James has been knockout champ twice. Winner is knockout champ twice and is defending champion. And Madison Rayne had the longest reign as knockout champion. And she's like a 2 or 3 time champion as well. So I see Velvet Sky winning this. Then on to Bobby Roode versus Kurt Angle for the World Heavyweight Championship. This is the match that has me sold for the pay-per-view. If it was not Bobby versus Kurt or Bobby just being in his main event spot, I don't know if I'd be watching this pay-per-view coming up this Sunday. But Bobby Roode versus Kurt Angle for the World Heavyweight Championship, I think this is going to be the best match on the entire card. Yeah, I think it's going to be the best match on the entire card. Obviously, Bobby Roode, I'm going to pick as being the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. With Bobby Roode, the only thing though I can guarantee, and I probably predict going into this matchup with Kurt Angle, is that I bet there's going to be a lot of shenanigans. That's my only concern going into this match. I do not think Bobby Roode would beat Kurt Angle without there being some type of interruptions. Because if you think about it, the only person from Immortal who's on this pay-per-view wrestling is Bully Ray. That's it. So 9 times out of 10, you got to figure Gunner, Abyss, Scott Steiner, any other Eric Bischoff or any other type of jobber that's in Immortal are going to come in and going to try to cause shenanigans in this world title match because they can't afford Kurt Angle to lose. So 9 times out of 10, odds that there's going to be some type of shenanigans. But once the smoke is clear and you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, I see Bobby Roode becoming the new World Heavyweight Champion. Then on to the main event. Hulk Hogan versus Sting in a no disqualification match. If Hulk Hogan loses, he will give the company back over to Dixie Carter. Yeah. I'm not going to go into further details about this match, other than I see Sting winning over Hogan, give the company back to Dixie. Yeah. So that's it. So that's my, my predictions on this Bound for Glory pay-per-view coming up this Sunday. I will be watching it, and I will also give my review on it. So let me know what you guys think about the Bound for Glory card that I've named. What do you think about the matches? Do you think it's all the matches that they have announced for Bound for Glory? Do you think it's a good card? Do you think it's going to be a good pay-per-view? To me, like I said, looking at the matches on paper, it looks like it's going to be a good pay-per-view, a decent pay-per-view at least. They got some of the biggest names in their company, like Rob Van Dam, Styles, Daniels, Sting, Roode, and Kurt Angle. So they got something Anderson. So, they have some of the biggest names, in their company on this pay-per-view. So, like I said, on paper, it looks great. But only time will tell once we see the product in its entirety. So, let me know what you guys think about the card, the matches. Do you think it's a good card or not? What do you think about the pay-per-view? Are you going to watch it? Do you think it's going to be a good pay-per-view? Let me know what you guys think and give you a heads up. Because I'm kind of bored, don't have nothing else planned later tonight this evening, I'll be doing another video, a rant video, if you so call, on why the hell did TNA re-sign Hulk Hogan. So look forward to that video later tonight. Comment, subscribe, like this vid. Peace out.